Breaking, Rhea Ripley finally reunites with longtime partner on WWE SmackDown after being forced to split up. Hello guys, welcome to my channel, I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Rhea Ripley has now finally reunited with a longtime partner on WWE SmackDown after they had been forced to split up. Both stars had been unwilling to say goodbye at the time, but had not been left with no choice. Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest have shared the same roster in WWE until recently. They arrived in NXT at the same time and were called up to Raw at the exact same time. Even on Raw, they were traveling together and were part of the same group at the Judgment Day. Even when they were kicked out of the group, it happened together. Dominic Mysterio betrayed Ripley, while Damian Priest was betrayed by none other than Finn Balor. They worked together to take Judgment Day in feuds, but after this, Priest was sent to SmackDown as part of a brand transfer, while Ripley stayed on Raw, forcing them to end their Terror Twins team Rhea. Ripley met Damian Priest tonight on WWE SmackDown and hugged him in a tender moment. She said that she had to hype up Charlotte Flair for the Advantage match on the show, but then she had an idea for him. But anyways, I have to go hype up Charlotte for her Advantage match, but when I'm done, let me run an idea past you. I'll see you later. Damian Priest wished her luck and told her that she knew where to find him once she was free. You know where to. Rhea Ripley could be exactly what Damian Priest needs on SmackDown. A reunion with Ripley could not come at a better time for Priest. He has been battling alone against the husband and wife pairing of Zelina Vega and Aleister Black. This has left him at a disadvantage, and he has not really been able to overcome the odds as a result. Now, with Ripley by his side, the newly reformed Terror Twins could now take out the husband-wife pairing. former WWE superstar Lana's return to the company has been eagerly awaited by many for months. While she might not want to return to the ring, she could be a massive addition as a manager on the roster. 3 WWE stars Lana could manage if she comes back. Former WWE superstar Lana's return to the company has been eagerly awaited by many for months. While she might not want to return to the ring, she could be a massive addition as a manager on the roster and could end up making headlines with her work in the company. Her addition could add value to the characters and undoubtedly help elevate stars to the top of the industry. Let's check out a few names from the WWE roster Lana could manage. If she chooses to return to the company anytime soon, Liv Morgan has not been seen on TV for the past few months, but her return seems imminent. Since her absence, the Judgment Day has not been at its best, and fans have been wondering if it is possible for the faction to get back to the top. Lana could walk back into WWE as someone Liv hires to bring some intrigue to the faction and get them back to the top of the Red brand. The potential addition of a manager to the faction would undoubtedly be a brilliant decision, and considering the friendship between Morgan and Lana and the stature the former has in the Judgment Day, Lana would be the perfect option to manage the faction former WWE Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio has evolved into one of WWE's most disliked characters, but his act has always been centered around being supported by others. Lana could make her comeback as Dominic's personal PR right after Survivor Series to add more heat to his character and bring out the best in him. Dominic has undoubtedly been one of the most impressive names in the company lately, and WWE investing more in him makes perfect sense. This could also increase the possibility of tension between Morgan and Mysterio, making things much more intriguing, which could further lead to the former Intercontinental Champion parting ways with the Judgment Day and taking up his solo career to the top. Since his return to WWE, Rusev has been making headlines with his work on the Red brand. The former United States champion has been part of some of the most intriguing storylines and matches recently and needs a little push to reach the top of the industry. Considering his recent run, Rusev just needs the right direction to move into dot. This is where his real-life wife Lana could step in and take control. The star might return and make headlines by aligning with her husband, giving Rusev the direction he needs to reach the top of the industry. A potential move like this could bring Rusev closer to the goal and get fans engaged in his storylines and matches instantly. Just like the pairing of Aleister Black and Zelina Vega has been working well on SmackDown, Rusev and Lana could end up making headlines as well. Only time will tell what the company has in store for Lana if she returns Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee. Tease big plans for WWE Survivor Series, War Games, but individually, Rhea Ripley and AJ Lee are cooking up something big, and they teased it heavily on WWE SmackDown. Damian Priest was interviewed backstage about his current feud with Aleister Black. He claimed his eye was healed after the scary fireball incident a couple of months ago. Zelina Vega walked by with a warning from her husband. Priest mockingly bent his knees to get to her height level and responded to her being Aleister Black's messenger. Following this, he met Rhea Ripley, his former Judgment Day teammate. They shared a hug, and she explained her reason for being on SmackDown to root for Charlotte Flair's advantage match for Survivor Series, War Games. Following this, Ripley added that once done with that task, she wanted to run an idea by Damian Priest. The nature of this conversation is unknown, as it could be for War Games or an assist in his rivalry with Aleister Black. AJ Lee has something up her sleeve too for WWE Survivor Series, War Games, before Charlotte Flair's match against Asuka on SmackDown. The Women's War Games team united backstage. They discussed their mindset and strategy, hyping the Queen for the high-stakes bout. AJ Lee popped up and surprised her teammates. She was supportive of Flair's confidence heading into the advantage match and would make sure they won at Survivor Series War Games. The tone and facial expression in the last few choice of words indicated there was a plan brewing. I'm glad that you're feeling confident. I am too, because no matter what happens tonight, I know we're gonna win tomorrow. I'll make sure of it. 0270038. Charlotte Flair got the victory over Asuka for the advantage at War Games. The match was emotionally tolling more so, with Michael Cole stating that the two have feuded for over a decade, shared historic milestones in their careers, and they also once held the WWE